And you know, as our weather team has been saying, by 10 a.m. this morning, you should really have all of your preps in place. All of them should be done. You're going to have flooding. You're going to have downed trees, power lines. It could get really, really nasty out there.
Yeah, let's get to Jayme and Allison right now. I mean, we're talking about staggering amounts of rain projected for these areas.
We are. And guys, I want to address something here. Allison and I have been monitoring social media. We're all over the place, Twitter, Facebook. You're on TikTok doing a great job. We've had a couple of viewers say, hey, why are you guys telling us to be in our safe places by 10 o'clock this morning? And Allison, it's when we start to see the threat of tornadic rain bands and very heavy rain, some gusty winds, but there's going to be a lot of hazards around, and ultimately people are going to do what they want to do, right? So this is merely our recommendation, and it's part of our commitment to keeping you and your family members safe, and of course that dependability on us. So again, we're hearing a lot of that, and we're also getting a lot of, well, you know, thanks a lot for that, and they are following suit.
Yeah, and we truly care about you at home. That's why we're going county by county. We want to let you know what you could be expecting in your neighborhood. So from the bottom of our hearts, we are going to be here for you, looking out for you and your family all day today, all day tomorrow, until this storm does clear. All righty,
and we're going to get right to that track right now, talking 140 on those winds on Ian, and it looks like, again, that eye about 50 miles now to the west-southwest there of Fort Myers will move in as a Category 4. That in itself is of concern. Any side of that cone, fair game. On approach to Orlando, we got a Category 1 here, and then quickly becomes a tropical storm, but we don't let our guard down. The impacts, I'm telling you, friends, are going to spread far and wide from that center of circulation, and that's what we need everyone to understand. This is going to continue right on up into the deep southern states as we cap off this work week and head into the coming weekend. So a lot of states, a lot of communities, counties, people, population affected by Ian. So not only here in Florida, we show you the hurricane warning shaded there in the reds. The oranges represent a tropical storm warning until further notice, and you can see Gainesville now, Gilchrist County now under a tropical storm watch. That's part of our Fox 51 WOGX television family up in north central Florida. So look at that future radar, and we talk about the impactful rain bands and the heavy rain and the hazards increasing. This is what we're talking about as we go deeper into the morning, into the afternoon, the evening hours. We are going to get hit hard with some heavy rain. The gusty winds will continue to rise on up. The tornadic risk, we can't stress enough. We've been tracking with our exclusive Fox 35 tornado tracker here for you this morning. It's been showing some great weather information for us. As we look at the canopy of winds coming on in, we show you the arrival time generally as we get past about lunchtime, and we see that continuing to uptick in overall speed and coverage for the area as we go through nightfall tonight, overnight into early Thursday morning. And I love pairing it up with this graphic here. This is in line with the NHC cone track of uncertainty there, and shows us that canopy of very impactful winds right on top of Orlando. So we're not out of this. A lot of people say, hey, we're in Orlando, we're safe, right? Not the case. Very, very strong winds moving on in all the way coast to coast. Everybody getting a taste of this when it's all said and done. So the tornado watch now good till 5 o'clock this afternoon. It could get expanded not only for Orlando but also for areas north. You can see the counties affected: Brevard on down to Indian River, Osceola, Orange into Seminole, over to Polk and Point South. And as we assess the severe threat today, here's what we got for you: a level 3 likely in this area, so we're on guard for that by tomorrow. It's a Thursday for you, and looks like a level 2 likely on that eastern side of the peninsula. Do a little storm tracking here for you, showing us what's going on with that, as it does depict again some rather heavy rain amounts right now moving on in. They're spread out all across the land. Our live Fox 35 storm tracker radar showing rain. I've heard it on the rooftop here at the station, and you can see as we get down to South Florida, there's been numerous tornado warnings. These are LSRs here. These are basically storm locators as to what has happened down south, and a track record now of producing tornadoes. And as we look at our storm tracker, our tornado tracker, it's showing segments here, some rather high tornado potential as it moves on through from late morning into the afternoon hours. For more on future rain, I want to bring in Allison Gargaro to the Storm Center right now. And Allison, this is going to produce over 2 feet in some locations.
That's exactly right. So not only are we going to be seeing the heavy rain, but that could lead to localized flooding, one of the major concerns within Hurricane Ian. So I want to time it out for you. Through Friday at 8 o'clock in the morning, we could be seeing, like Jayme said, more than 2 feet feet of rain in Claremont, Leesburg, DeLand, Pearson, Daytona Beach, nearing that, about 16 inches possible in Oviedo, 10 in Ocala. And as you head more out to the west, we're going to be seeing a rise in those rain chances as well. Not only rain, but that means the ground will be saturated. So with any winds that do pop up, we could be seeing down trees and down power lines. So I want to show you the white numbers on your screen, sustained winds, and the blue going to be gusts upwards of 50 to nearly 60 miles per hour as that center of circulation makes its way across the Florida Peninsula. Some areas, those gusts could be higher. So it's very important to make sure that you are staying safe. Like we mentioned, get into that safe place starting at 10 o'clock this morning, because as you can see with the wind and the rain, conditions are going to rapidly deteriorate as this storm moves closer and closer to the Florida Peninsula. So Ian's impacts today, tomorrow, Friday, today and tomorrow, Fox 35 storm alert days. So we're continuing to monitor it for you. Always remember that you can depend on us here in the Fox 35 Storm Center. We are in for 12 hours and then our meteorologist moving in, and we will be with you throughout this storm.
And not only on air, but also online. And make sure you download the Fox 35 Storm Team weather app. Should the power go down, you can stream live coverage right there on your mobile device.